Hello, welcome to Homeopathic Services. My name is Pierre Fontaine. I've been a professional homeopath for about 25 years. I specialize in autism for that long of a time. And today I am presenting one of those lovely cases that I hear from, not that I hear, that I take of the spectrum. Okay, so this gentleman here is 33 years old. I spoke with the father, all right, and he says, among many different, he is very insecure when he doesn't see his father, as is constantly asking, where is dad? Okay, he has fear of being left alone. He's upset when he's criticized. He is probably stressed by the constipation he endures. He's really stressed. He bites his wrist or hits his head or bangs on the wall or other things. He gets upset when he's not allowed to do things he wants to do. Likes to eat all the cheese in the fridge. In terms of what makes him calm, probably cheese. He loves most of everything. He loves going to camp. Comes back on a real high, talking about what is great great time he had. He likes recreational activities. When we say he's talking, it's very limited language, okay? With that we have to keep that in mind. Constipation and stimming is are really the main issues at this moment. There's quite a lot of stimming. He does not complain very much of physical problems, even when he's vomiting or when he has diarrhea. He's had some breathing problems. He has some self-awareness and self-image problems. He does like a lot of praise, as mentioned earlier. What else would be? His belly is quite distended. Will sometimes sit on the toilet for hours. We're talking about a 33-year-old, okay, who is on the spectrum. So as you can see, he's still very much on the spectrum when he comes to see, when they came to me. Okay, and this was just a handful of months ago. So for those who don't know very much about the way the consultation in my office goes, the consultation takes about 3 hours. It is generally done only with the parents. And I absolutely love the children or young adults on the spectrum, because what I always say is the parents are very connected. You've absorbed the energy of the individual. It's no longer a child. He's 33, right? So this is very, very much, they say in October of last year, he had a very bad episode of stimming. So bad he ended up in the hospital. It looked like he was having a seizure. He was getting very rigid and looking in the distance, unable to move or anything like that. Unable to move. I'm not sure what triggered it, the father said. He came back from camp and he was stimming more. And so this was a very, 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 very bad experience here. So as I was saying, it takes about 3 hours to take a consultation, to do a consultation of a child on the spectrum or a young adult on the spectrum. So long story short, because just for the purpose of making this, it's a limited media. Here's where we are at now. He's a lot faster in the way he responds. There's not much echolalia. He does it once in a while, but now when he does it, when he is echolalic, he does it only in a playful manner. So the remedy has been repeated now, let's say 8 to 9 times. Okay, there is never any point in telling what the remedy is, because there's 6,000 remedies in the Materia Medica now, and so I pick a remedy according to the characteristics of the individual. What the information I gave you is broad information, is information people send me ahead of time. The individual information is not going to help us. It is good to get to have, for the purpose of this medium, it is good to know where we started, where we start, and where we are at now, a couple of months later. He did play on the iPad. He did play on the tablet, we should call it. But he was not engaged. Now when he plays, he's actually engaged. Before this, it was just background noise. He is more engaged generally. Now he actually says good morning without even asking him. He comes down to have breakfast, and he's like, good morning. And he even said, how are you? This is something in his 33 years of life he's never done. He's able to respond now immediately. More appropriate answers as well. Able to say he likes the rain. Before, the question was never even responded to. You see, it was raining. They went on vacation. It was raining. And he responded about the rain. The answer was very appropriate, they say. They went to a carnival and said, I like the carnival parade. I like the steel band. He would never have answered this before. It was an instant answer. He's also asking questions. You see, the difference here is very broad, and there's always something that can be done. The questions are more appropriate on what he wants to know. He also gets more spontaneous, whereas before he was just repeat question. They had a family gathering, and they say that before he was attracted to the 3-year-old, but now he was, this time when they had this family gathering, he played with the 8-year-old. It does show, it seems to show that his age or his emotional age increased, you see. He likes to play with her now. He also gets along with Jack, let's watch a movie. They've never heard that before. Yeah, he's also getting up by himself. This was a very, very big problem. He would never get up before 12 o'clock, and they would have to basically drag him out of the bed. He's also getting up by himself. I mean, the parents are floored. They cannot believe this. He went upstairs. He took a shower, came for breakfast. They've never seen this. He wasn't even ready for it before. He was ready for breakfast before breakfast was ready. This is unheard of. We always had to get him up. Could never take a shower in the morning because it took so long to get up. So he would take a shower actually in the evening because it took him so long to get up. So that's where we are. He has less constipation. Had contortion. He was making contortion with the face, and those are very seldom. He used to write in the air, and this is one of the stints he had when he went to the hospital, because it became no more writing. It was just frantic, and so that has gotten a lot better. The stimming is greatly reduced. It used to be all day. Now I have not all day. He's definitely more social, even introducing himself to people he doesn't know. Much more social. He arrived at the airport. He said, "How are you?" to the clerk. that he had never done. Now, sometimes children on the spectrum will ask, "How are you?" to everybody indiscriminately. This was not indiscriminate. He came up to the counter with the parents, and he asked, "How are you?" Very, definitely appropriate. Distension is a whole lot better. Elimination has picked up. And he usually eats a lot. He eats, he goes for second and third serving. And they said the other day it was strange because he actually left food in his plate. So he goes to bed earlier, and he decides to go to bed on his own. It seems to be around 11 p.m. now. You see, this is a 33-year-old, and these parents are very much relieved. There's a lot of improvement here. There is no such a thing as window of opportunity. Maybe for complete reversal there is, but I don't think anyone is talking about what can be done for young adults, and even maybe older adults nowadays. What can be done to help these people? Much can be done. And this is the proof is in the pudding, or whatever we say. You see, thank you so very much for listening. Do pass it along. Bye bye.